Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to watch football, not get married. What are we doing here?
I've gotten a lot of baby powder. People are like, man, what'd you get out of baby powder for? I think I'm going to have to smack the hell out of a lot of people this year. I just can feel it.
Hold on. The only thing you should be getting married to in the fall is football.
Welcome in, everybody, to No Weddings in the Fall. It is that time of year where it's starting to get cold out, so you got to get your coffee, your tea ready to go. And I'll tell you what, man, Ben, I don't know how it is in Georgia, but in Maryland, man, it is getting cold. It's starting to snow on the ground, shit's sticking too. You're starting to get to those temperatures where you got to go start the car for at least 5 minutes. Good thing I got that auto start. You got to get that thing going for 5 minutes.
You can have that. I remember when I lived in Dirty Jersey, New Jersey, and I don't really know about cold, being a Georgia boy. And I remember the first time it started snowing. I went to Home Depot. I got my little shovel. I'm out there shoveling the snow in front of my garage or whatever. The lady across the street, she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I got to get the snow." She says, "No, you don't shovel the snow until it stops snowing." I'm like, "Lady, I know what I'm doing." She's like, "Okay." So I go shovel. Listen, I shovel. I run upstairs to use the bathroom. I come back down. It looked like I ain't shovel nothing. I'm like, "What the?" And she over here like, "Didn't I just tell you that you got to wait?" I was like, "Okay." And then I found out about black ice, man. Took my daughter to daycare. Well, I took my daughter to daycare, and when I came out, I did some old Home Alone slip. I slipped. I like went up in the air and fell. Like bam! Like what the? Get up off the ground. Listen, I hit the ground, Justin. I get up off the ground. I run back in the building. I don't know why I did this. I run back in the building. When I come back out, and I'm finna get ready to get in my car, I look behind me and somebody sitting in the car behind me like, "Yeah, bro, I saw the whole thing. It's all good." Like, dang. Yeah, it was rough. Hate black ice. I hate
it. That's always the worst when you got to turn around and be like, "Oh shit, did somebody see that?" And then somebody just gives you the nod. Like,
isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
That's a guy thing though. We don't. It's not that I failed. Who saw me? Like I saw you. It ain't that funny, bro. It is. Yeah. Okay. It is.
Why don't you mind your business, bro? Get out of here. Get out. What are you even doing here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you could be sitting there with your family and somebody trip and fall. You like, oh. Like we like to see bad things happen to other people, not us, not me. Just yeah.
I mean, we've all had that uncle act a little bit too much, get a little too sauced at a Thanksgiving or a Christmas party. He just slips and falls straight on his ass. Every cousin is howling until it's you. And then when it's you, you're like, "God damn, man, this fucking
you gonna laugh." I mean, guys, we laugh at each other's pain. Like your wife trying to tell you something that happened to one of her friends. You trying to act like you care. Like, what? That for real that happened to her? I don't care. Like, did you know what happened? Like, for real? You be like, "Babe, the game is on." Like, I don't care.
What were we even talking about?
Exactly. It's like when something bad happens to one of your friends, they got to be a friend. It can't be somebody you friendly with. Like you be like, "No, I don't know him like that." But if it's your homie, you be like, "Man, you all right? Do I need to come over there? Because if I got to come over there, you all right? I'm gonna be pissed. You really want me to come? This dude. All right, I'm coming. Get over there." He like, "Man, I just hurt my ankle. I'm gonna beat the hell out of you, dude. I'm not coming back. Don't call my phone."
Oh my god, that is true though. Like I remember one time one of my buddies, we were doing dirt biking for the first time, and we dirt bike late in life, so like your body starts to be like solidified and everything. It starts to real fucking hurt after a while. So we were just fucking biking around, and he got his ankle caught up because he got his jeans caught up. So he went flying off his bike, and I just remember howling like a motherfucker the entire time. Every time I'm just like, "How's that ankle doing, bro?" He actually,
we go. But that's what we love. I mean, Justin, the thing about us is guys, we laugh because that's what guys do. Like Our ladies don't understand. Don't laugh at him. What you mean? At least I'm laughing at him, and so he can see me laugh. Y'all laugh at each other in private. No, I'm gonna laugh at him in public. I'm gonna say, "What the hell were you thinking?" Because I told you, and now he knows. And if he wants to go bike it again, we can go again. And I'm gonna remind him every day of his life. Remember that time you messed up your ankle? Yeah. Okay. Just so you know. I mean, it happens. It's like it's the bro code, man. We just keep it light. We don't mean no harm, but we gonna laugh at each other. Like, yeah, like if one of your friends get in a fight and he get beat up, we gonna let him know.
And when you're not when you're not getting laughed at. That's the biggest tell. When they ain't laughing at you, then they don't. On no way do they give a shit about you.
Of course they gonna. Yeah. We gonna laugh.
That's the thing.
Oh yeah, we gonna laugh at you. Yeah, it's like a yeah, man. It's almost like a rite of passage, man. Like, dude, I'm only laughing at you because I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't laugh. But I'm gonna laugh at you. Like, I'm gonna laugh at you as soon as I hear it. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna walk around the corner. I'm not gonna say I got to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna laugh at you, and I would hope that you would laugh at me. That's it. That's what we do to each other. It's a universal a sign of respect. I'm gonna laugh at you if you do something stupid. I'm laughing.
I remember this one time. It's not even a hurt story. I just remember this one time. Me and my good buddy right now. He was one of my best men in my wedding. But the first time we ever met, we went golfing, and he took me out. He's just like, listen to this fucking. He put subwoofers in his car. He's like, listen to the sound of this beat, and then the first song that he puts on is the radio, and it's Ariana Grande. And I just remember laughing, bro. I was laughing so hard. I turned to him. I said, "Yeah, that's about right. That's what I thought, bro." Every time, dude, it was the funniest thing because like every time we're in his car now or we're driving around, I just always remember that moment, dude. The first time ever, he's trying to brag about his subwoofers, and then next thing you know, Ariana Grande hits. I'm just like.
Hey, he thought you were a fan. Justin, he thought you were a fan. No, Justin, I could just see you looking at him like this. Dude, what are you? Ariana Grande, dude? Really? He like, what? I think she's amazing. I think she's a great singer. I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking away her talent, but you could have used any song, any artist. Ariana Grande? I mean, I mean, in his mind, he was like, what? No, it's your car. You listen to what you want to listen to. But you could talk to me. My goodness. I mean, as we get older as men, we got some weird like little, things that we like. I mean, we got our vices are kind of weird. And he was like, hey man, I see you. Let's listen. Well, from now on, I don't need to ride with you. What you mean? No, I'll get there on my own. I don't need to ride. I'm not listening to Ariana Grande for 30 minutes. Just so you know. That's not happening over here.
It definitely pumped us up for a round of golf.
Man, we got to get ready before we hit the links. Ariana Grande with subwoofers in the back. You want to turn her up? You a weird.
Put that shit up. Put that shit up.
y'all get to the light and y'all looking at people's other cars. They're like this. Ariana Grande? Yeah, we doing that. You wish. No. I am not in.
Bro, they're gonna be out the window, be like, "Are you bumping the Grande on the subwoofer? That's what's up, bro."
No. Y'all get to the links. Y'all get to the golf course. Somebody goes, "Do you know we was riding behind these dudes that was bumping the Ariana Grande?" Like, "Oh, that was us. Oh, that was y'all." Yeah, that was me. I just got some new speakers in the back. My car just came from the shop. Oh, okay. All right. Ariana. Cool. She's a good singer though. She is talented. Can't take that from her.
Can't take that away from her. For sure. And you can't take away the CFPs, man. It's college football season, college football playoffs are right around the corner. I do want to say thank you everybody for tuning in. Do us a big favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe bell. Do us a huge, huge favor. Give us some comments too. We love to interact with the people. We are the show of the people after all. And Ben's the man of the people. That is a people's person right there.
Love the people. I don't take myself that serious. But for those
I
who
would
know,
say you're the people's
uh,
champ, Ben. Fuck
hey,
The Rock. You're the people's champ.
I'll take the people's champ. I'll take that. I mean, and listen, those people, and to the person that hacked me on X, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, get a life. What you hacking me for? Really? I got to go through the thing to get my account back? Somebody hacked me. What are you doing? Come on, man. Spying on me. I'm just saying.
I never get it. I never get the hackers that go after people. I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, you could easily put together a troll account that would throw off like a million different followers and just
I'm just
troll
saying,
everybody.
yeah.
Like, it's easy.
I mean,
You don't
Kevin
got to take
Durant and
Ben's
Joel
account and
Embiid.
troll people.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Do I think my mom got a troll account? Do I think she be trolling me on social media? Maybe. Because some of these trolling, some of the stuff be a little bit too close to home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, what you mean I didn't clean up my room enough for growing up? Mama, is that you? I'm like, your mama's in the other room. Daddy, mama got a burner. I can't even ask my daddy about a burner account. My daddy go, my dad don't know about burner accounts. My daddy has no social media. My daddy has never answered an email. My daddy does not have an email address. My daddy's old school for real. My daddy goes, look, son, my daddy just learned how to send another text message. Now you send him one, he'll send you one back. He'll say, like, okay, send. That's it. Ain't finna be no conversation. Somebody say, Mr. True, let me put my number in your phone. Hold on. You know, I'm telling you. This happened.
When Ben's dad says burner account, he thinks that something's still on the burner. What?
I'm trying to tell you.
What's
like,
on the
for
burner?
real.
What are you talking about?
My dad confronted my mom. He was like, what's that thing with your face on it? I said, what? Your mama got that thing with her face? I was like, you talking about Facebook? Yeah. I said, Daddy, look, listen, it ain't what you think. She don't need to be on there with her face on nothing. I said, Daddy, it ain't what you think it is. I said, do you want me to make you a Facebook account? My dad goes, no. My dad says, as long as I can make the screen big on the computer. What? If it can go from small to big because I hit the little thing in the corner? My dad is good, man. My dad easy going. My dad don't need much. My dad is easy going. And that's who I'm becoming. So I might not want to talk too much trash about it. That's who I'm gonna be when I get his age. So I hope I'm as cool as he is when I get his age.
You and me both. You and me both. I love the regression of technology as you get older. I also love when Facebook, when you see an older person's account, you always know it's an older person. They either got their grandkid on there or they got some weird ass fucking avatar or some shit like that on there. You'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, I'll go. Is your profile picture up? Is that your dog? Yeah. I took a picture of my dog. Mm-hmm. What? Because I want my dog. I want to know how much I love him. So your dog watches your Facebook account? Yeah, he sees me all the time. Okay, so you got a picture of Baxter as your profile pic? Yep. Okay. Dude.
That's fucking great, Baxter. I hope
that's a dog
you're
game.
out there, buddy. You're getting all the exposure.
That's what I'm saying.
Getting all the exposure. Baxter, I don't speak Spanish for all you Anchorman fans out there.
I don't speak Baxter. I don't speak Spanish. To this day, my wife, my wife
speak Spanish.
My wife don't understand why guys can remember movies the way we can. I say it's just a guy thing. Like, we remember movies like our life depends on it. Like, we can just the good movies now. We don't ask me about don't be asking me about Harry Potter or no. Like, I don't remember stuff like that. But Anchorman, Step Brothers, 40-year-old version, hell yeah. Oh yeah. That stuff there was.
Women remember The Notebook, and that.
She's like, Justin, on The Notebook, you like this. Listen. I'm not gonna. I said, listen, sweetie, we're married now. Yeah, remember we were dating, and I would entertain these conversations. Yeah, that's over. I'm not entertaining this. I don't want to know. So just no. I don't care what happened to The Notebook. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's not gonna make it. Okay, it's fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, they die together. Oh, happy ending.
You like
One
You're
has
like,
dementia, the other one's is there for moral support. We got it. We got it. It's a love story. We got it.
but it's okay. She would ask, you know what, Justin? What? I said okay. You don't even care, do you? I don't care about a movie? No. No.
No.
She said, but you care about Anchorman. I love Anchorman. Yes, I do. I love
Oh
Talladega
yeah.
Nights. Of course.
John Wick. Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
of course.
Kidding me?
Oh,
There's
and
not even
John,
dialogue in John Wick, but it's just so badass.
oh yeah. I mean, the fact that Keanu Reeves has to talk like this in John Wick.
I
Ballerina's
think that
good.
was the extent of all four movies right there as far as his lines go. But we got some playoffs to talk about. I want to get that going on what we're going to watch.
Don't worry, Ben. No weddings here. I just want to know what college game to watch this week.
So we've got some amazing slated games going this week. Obviously, the playoffs is here. So we have now officially entered the final 12 teams. And Ben, I want to get it kicked off with some of the lower games because the big games are the ones that are meaty ones. But I want to talk about Ole Miss and Tulane right now because I have a question for you. I have my Ben Troupe question of the day. So Ole Miss has already wiped the floor with Tulane this year, right? They won 44-10 or 45-10. It was not even a competition. Tulane looked exactly like they should have looked, right? But now you got two programs, both lost head coaches to SEC teams, and you've got so much going around the Ole Miss little wagon right now with the coaches coming back to coach the team and Lane Kiffin being told to hit the road because you're not a part of the program anymore. We don't want you stealing our kids, stealing our recruits. If you're going into this game as an Ole Miss player, you could say the same, I guess, about Tulane too, but you're really going into this game as an Ole Miss player with all the circulation of media talking about Lane Kiffin leaving, all the issues, all the coaches that are now being allowed to coach. How do you block out this noise and just go out there and play football against a team that you should easily wipe the floor with?
Hopefully, what they're doing at Ole Miss is they get it back to, they're getting away from what we've grown and known them to be, getting away from social media, to putting the cell phones away, because if they're not going to lose, but if Ole Miss loses this game, you're going to validate Lane Kiffin for being what made y'all who you are. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to win the game. But if you are Ole Miss, number one, you want to say, dude, we good with or without Lane Kiffin. We can go out there and get it done with or without him. And if you are Tulane, you doing it for more than just Tulane. I don't think Tulane's going to win this game. And, I mean, both of these teams, both Tulane and Ole Miss are both teams that both of their coaches at one point was trying to be the next head coach of Florida with, obviously Coach Summerall is coming to Florida. Lane Kiffin was talked about being the head coach of Florida. And I think Coach Summerall is going to coach in the game for Tulane. Tulane is waving the flag of we play football too for G5 schools. Because I know we're going to talk about JMU, but a lot of people don't like that G5 schools get automatic bids. They ain't like it. Like JMU, James Madison. Most people don't even know what James Madison is, let alone what conference they're in. So for Tulane, not that there's any good that comes out of a loss, but it's how you look. You got to look competitive, because if it's a beatdown, that's going to make the rules change so much quicker for an automatic bid, like a Sun Belt, or a team like Tulane. So I'm going to be the MAC. So I'm going to be it's going to be interesting to watch. But if you are Tulane, if places like Tulane and JMU get tired of hearing about the P4, well, you better be competitive, because if you get smoked, it's gonna be much to do about nothing. Ain't nobody gonna remember you making the college football playoff in 2025. They're gonna remember you get smoked. So we'll see what happens, but no excuses for Tulane, no excuses for Ole Miss. I'm looking for it to be a better game than it was in the regular season, but I'm looking for the same outcome.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I think that, I think Coach Summerall being able to coach at Tulane is going to kind of put them into that point where they are a little bit more competitive, because 45-10, that's not competitive at all. But I think the whole Lane Kiffin thing, I think it's going to trickle down. I think that a lot of people are going to have a distaste for Kiffin. I can only imagine how it is playing for those coaches right now, knowing that you're trading. But, I think you look at that and you kind of go, okay, Tulane's probably going to come out a little bit more, but let's not get overboard on this one. It's going to be a smash over on Ole Miss. Should be a pretty easy game for them, regardless if Tulane is able to put up like another 10, 20 points. Here's a first ever. Oregon playing JMU. You were just talking about James Madison. And James Madison's been playing pretty good, but, obviously they haven't been playing up to snuff of Oregon. This should be an easy walkthrough for Oregon, but just to play the spoiler, because this is our form of NCAA March Madness right now. What do you give the chances of James Madison pulling off this upset against Oregon?
25%. I definitely give them a chance. This thing about Oregon, though. Oregon talks a lot, don't they? Oregon faithful, former Oregon Ducks, they talk like, I said, dude, what is does Nike got a new Nike coming out? Is a new shoe dropping? Is that why y'all talking trash? Because if you strip, okay, let me give you the history of Oregon. You ready? All right. Phil Knight, Nike, Marcus Mariota. That's it. That's it. And if you are JMU, just like I was saying for Tulane, it's how you look. If you go out there and you just get melee, bollywop, and no one's going to remember, it's like, do I respect all college football? Yes. Do I think every last football player and every last football team should have my respect as far as like going out there? Yes. But how you look when everybody's watching, it matters, Justin. Look, when it's on Saturday, on a normal Saturday, it's a bunch of games. You pick which one you want to watch. Well, everybody's going to be watching JMU Oregon. That's going to be the only game on. And we're going to be watching. And while JMU is waving the flag for the Sun Belt and they was able to get in, to the people who were saying you shouldn't let G5 teams get in, either you're going to validate what they say or invalidate them. So I'm going to be watching. But if you are Oregon, you want to make this thing, you want to run this thing running away because you want to build some momentum, because Oregon seems to be the team that loses to the team that wins. When we talk about P4 teams. If they make it a game, if JMU makes it a game going into the fourth quarter, that's gonna make Oregon nervous. But I do got Dan Lanning in Oregon, Dante Moore, those guys. I got to run away with this thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. And you know what? It is kind of interesting. You are kind of right on that one. Oregon always does kind of be the team that, gives the team that's going to win it their best matchup. And then afterwards they go and they take their crown afterwards. But it's going to be interesting to see how the G5 handles this, because like you said, they're either going to look kind of good or they're just going to look really bad. And I'm a fan of all football. I think that everybody who steps on the field has a chance on any given Saturday or Sunday. So I would love to see it upset, even though it doesn't seem likely. But let's get to a game that might be an upset from the Miami side of it. Texas A&M versus number 10 Miami. That's going to be a great matchup. Notre Dame right now is literally crying, saying, "Why we should be right where Miami is," and Miami saying, "Shut up, bitch, we beat you." So in this game, man, Texas A&M looks real damn good, and Miami has looked like the best team in the country at times. Well, who do you got in this game? And just for record standpoint, it's 3-2 Miami, and the last time they played, 2023, Miami beat them 48-33. But Ben, give me your breakdown on this game.
I do think it's going to be one of the better games of the entire college football playoff. I do think the college football playoff got it right with Miami. Sorry, Notre Dame, y'all played each other head to head. They beat y'all. What are you talking about? If you want to get real consideration, get into a conference. I mean, when it comes to the ACC, if you got to keep your contract with the other sports, do it for football. No one cares about Rudy. No one cares about touchdown Jesus. You lost. Move on. I got I got I got Texas A&M. I got to be in a really really
No
good
one
game too.
cares about touchdown Chiefs.
Yeah. Move on. No. So we Texas A&M is a team that I knew what they were going to do this year. I said, look, they're going to run the table and they're going to lose to Texas because Texas is that constant reminder. Texas A&M, like, look, you guys are good. You want to be great. You got to beat us. I think because Texas A&M already has a loss and they didn't make the SEC championship, I think they're going to come in really, really hungry. Miami's not going to lay down. Now, Mario Cristobal and company, they are not going to lay down. But Coach Elko, they got something going over there with Texas A&M. They're doing now with Texas A&M what they hope to have done when Jimbo Fisher was there. It never really turned over. It never really happened. But I like this Texas A&M team because I think they've learned to beat you any kind of way. They can beat you running away. They can beat you running the football, throwing the football. They can beat you ugly. They can beat you late. I think Miami should be in the college football playoff. But if Miami does what I know Miami does, their postseason record has not been good for a long time. Whether that's bowl games or now they're in the college football playoff, gonna be a good game. Carson Beck's not gonna lay down, but I'm gonna go with the Aggies.
I like it, and I also like that we have Texas representation, but we don't have the Longhorns in there. We got Texas Tech, we got Texas A&M, two teams that just reloaded, have good coaches, and said, "Hey, fuck it, we're going all in this year," and they have paid off. I agree with you. I think Texas A&M is a more well-rounded team. I think Miami's got a very formidable offense, very questionable defense, and I think when you're in this deep, you have to be the well-rounded team to get the win. Let's finish it off with Alabama at Oklahoma. We already saw this matchup this year. It was a really tight one, 23-21. Oklahoma now has two in a row over Alabama. Alabama has just not looked like Alabama of old. I don't know if it's Caleb DeBoer is finally rubbing off on this team and it's kind of getting soft, or if, maybe everybody is just getting that much better in the SEC. But, Ben, let me know who you got in this game and how do you figure it breaking down Oklahoma versus Alabama?
The fact that Coach DeBoer has beat Georgia 2 years in a row and he's lost to Oklahoma 2 years in a row shows you how baffling it is with how he coaches. I'm going to go with Alabama for this reason. It's hard to beat the same team twice. It just is. And Oklahoma is a good team. Coach Venables is doing a really, really good job. Coach DeBoer, I think they are due one. I mean, that offense can be clicking. Now, Ty Simpson, when you lose 28-7 to the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC championship game, saying things like "with a number I still think we're the best offense in the country," please be quiet. We just saw you. No. But I do think that offense comes alive. I think that Oklahoma plays a good game because when you're familiar with an opponent, it comes down to schemes, it comes down to situation, it comes down. I think that Alabama gonna play better situational football. Ryan Williams and company. Ryan Williams does not look like himself as a true freshman in sophomore year, but I think Ty Simpson and company, those guys, I think Alabama gets an ugly win, but I do see them moving on. I'm gonna go with the Tide.
Nice. Who do you got winning this whole thing?
Here's the thing. Indiana is a story that's hard to look past. Fernando Mendoza, you talk about Cignetti. And Cignetti, what people don't know about Cignetti, he pulled a lot of players from JMU. So there are a lot of players that were supposed to go to James Madison or were there that went over to Indiana. Ohio State has already won. Already lost to Indiana. They ain't going to lose again. I don't think Ohio State's going to lose again. But the one factor, the X factor in this entire college football playoff is Georgia. Georgia can beat anybody in here. They can beat anybody. Line them up, they can beat them. I don't trust Georgia's offense. Their defense is rock solid. I don't trust their offense. The most balanced team is Indiana, but can they handle this type of spotlight? Can they handle Fernando Mendoza probably gonna win the Heisman, right? He probably gonna walk away with the Heisman. They getting a lot of. I think Ohio State might end up going back to back. I know it's crazy, but it's hard to keep a team. They are loaded. Ohio State is loaded. If I got two X factors, I said Georgia. Texas Tech spent $29 million on NIL, and you see how it paid off. But I'm gonna go with the Buckeyes. I got them. I got them going back to back. Even though I would love for Indiana to win it, because when a basketball school wins it in football, that's a different level of weird. And I think the world isn't ready for Coach Cignetti being a national champion. So
Yeah, you know what? It's hard to imagine a world, in my opinion, where Indiana wins it all, just because they're so hot and cold with
yeah,
Mendoza, but their defense is so good. Like their defense shut down Ohio State. My biggest issue with Ohio State is Julian Saint. I don't think he's ready for the big moment. I think he has to be pulled along. I think they have to play absolutely flawless against some of these better teams. So my pick is actually going to be Georgia. I think Georgia's going to take it. I think Gunnar Stockton's he's starting to look good, and I think they needed that dominant win over Alabama going into it. I think that's going to light a fire under these guys and really push them through these next couple games to the title. But that's the beauty of it. We get to see this all played out over the next month. It's going to be phenomenal. But let's move on to our NFL picks, because the NFL is just as worthy of our time as colleges.
You all are terrible. Even the boys from No Weddings in the Fall didn't pick you to win.
All right, so let's get this kicked off real quick with Kansas City at the Chargers. So many questions. Their first matchup was week 1, which you could just wash that at this point. Week 1 doesn't really matter. 27-21, the Chargers will say differently, but the Kansas City has won 7 of the last 8. Let me ask you something, Ben. You're looking at Kansas City right now. They're in a hole, man. They're down in a hole. They're like Alice in Chains down in a hole. How do you dig yourself out of this, man? This is the first time I think they've been in this hole this deep into a season.
if this was a Kansas City Chiefs of old, I would think they could dig themselves out. But I was recently, I just saw the latest episode of Travis Kelce and Jason Kelsey's podcast, and Travis Kelce said something that Jason ain't never heard. He said, "Usually, man, in any other year, I figure it out. How they trying to cover me, how they trying to stop me. I figure it out." He said, and I can't figure it out this year. Like, I really can't figure it out. And Patrick Mahomes is the one that makes that team go. Travis Kelce is the one that makes that offense go. When you look at what he does in the pass game, look at what he does as far as like an energy guy. And I just think that the first game of the year, it is a wash, but it kind of showed that Kansas City, they won a lot of games in 2024 by 5 points or less, blocking field goals. They just not themselves. I mean, Riche Rice and Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy and Isaiah Pacheco, they haven't been there. So I got the Chargers sticking with their winning ways. A very impressive win on Monday Night Football against Jalen Hurts and company. But that Chargers defense, the way that offense is clicking right now, even though they can find a way to go up there. But give me the Chargers only because Kansas City, they're just not good this year. Like, as much Kansas City has earned our respect to where it's hard to watch them struggle because we always expect them to figure it out. It's just not happening this year. Denver is the best team in that division. The Chargers are gonna make the playoffs. The Raiders need Jesus. The Raiders are just it is hard to watch the Raiders. It is. And Kansas City is going to finish third in the division. When they used to dominate, they used to run away with the AFC West. They had already had it locked up by week 14, 15. So give me the Chargers because they are the better team. I still think Patrick Mahomes is a really, really good quarterback. But when his improvising don't work, and he got to just play you straight up, that's not good for Kansas City. That plays to the hands of the other team. Give me the vote.
All I'm going to say is don't bet on the Raiders money line or spread when it comes to home games, because somebody, the pit boss, something calls in and says, hey, the Browns are on 29-yard line of the Raiders. Yeah, punt that ball away. Oh, yeah, you're down. You're going to lose this game. Kick a field goal. What does that do? Knocks it to 7. What was the spread? 7.5. Go fuck yourself. But I agree with you. I love it when the Kansas City Chiefs are getting kicked when they're down. I love to beat that dead horse. I'm going to throw it out there one more time. This is the last time I'm throwing out KC as a pick for this year. They need this game more than anything right now, and I mean they need this game more than Travis Kelce needs Taylor Swift, and he needs to figure out, hey, dude, I still got a job to do on Sunday. I need to fucking buff some shit out. I need to get back and going, and I think this is going to be a very entertaining matchup. If KC doesn't pull it off, well then I think they can officially start ordering their tuxes, and I think he can have his wedding in January because he ain't going to be playing in February. Then we got Buffalo and New England. Buffalo has already lost this year to New England by 3 points. It's a huge game for the division because if Buffalo wins, they're only one game back. If New England wins, you could pretty much just call them the AFC East champions. Who do you got in this one, and how do you figure the matchup's going to be as far as, guarding Allen in this game? Because he seemed to get everything done last week. But, obviously, I figure, the Patriots are a little better defense than the Bengals.
I'm going to go with Buffalo because I think Buffalo needs this win more than Drake May and company needs this win. The first time they played each other, Drake May looked like the better player. New England definitely looked like the better team, but when you look at what a guy like Josh Allen could do, he could put the team on his back. I mean, him and James Cook in that running game to kind of open up for the passing game. They blitz Drake May a lot the first time, but they blitz him, they force him to his right. Well, he's right-handed. How about you blitz him? How about you blitz him from his left side? I mean, how about you blitz him from the other side and force him left? Because it cuts off one side of the field, and he has to distort his body to throw the football. Drake May is playing with a lot of confidence, though. I mean, the team around him. I mean, Travion Henderson, Henderson, I mean, he seemed like a steal right now out of Ohio State with what he's doing. But I think Buffalo fans, with Sean McDermott and company going to come in desperate, they say, well, we got to have this win, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Not just to keep shape in the AFC East, but to keep shape in the AFC wildcard race as well. Because I think the Drake May company going to win that division. So, yeah. The reigning MVP plays for Buffalo. The current MVP front runner plays for the New England Patriots. Let's see. I mean, let's see who wants to be the better player on Sunday. I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
And you think about it, these two teams could very well meet up for a third matchup in the AFC title game. Like, that could be a very exciting matchup. You look at Buffalo. I figure Josh Allen, he's got to look at Kansas City right now and go, this is my fucking year. This is my year. It's do or die. My entire organization does not want to put anything around me. My defense sucks as usual. I got to put the team on my back and lead us to a championship. Could be their year. I love this matchup. I love it as a possible three-peat in the playoffs, if not the AFC championship game. Next up, we got a battle of Matthew Stafford. Detroit, the Rams. This is going to be an interesting one. The Rams hold the series lead 45-43 in a tie. And then last time they played, the Lions won 26-20. They've also won 2 in a row. Who do you think wins this game? I mean, the Rams are obviously on a heater, and the Lions looked really good against Dallas. Who you got going into this game?
I'm gonna go with the Rams for the simple fact that the first 2 times that the Rams and Detroit met, they had to go to Detroit, and that favored the home team. Obviously, right now, Jared Goff is 2-0 against Matthew Stafford, but I think this Ram team has proven to be the class of the NFC West. And you look at how they're playing, and Puka Nacua has proven to be a really, really good receiver. Devontae Adams catches more touchdowns on first and goal with he'll catch more touchdowns with two or less yards. There's the ability to separate. Jared Verse doesn't get talked about the type of the pass rusher he is. Now, the thing about Detroit is this: in order to beat them, you got to do 2 things. You got to shut down that run game, and you got to shut down Amon St. Brown. That's easier said than done. Because every time they lose, that's what usually happens. You don't hear a lot from Gibbs. You hear a lot from Montgomery. Amon St. Brown, I mean, he ain't getting in the zone, but I think this Rams team, listen, whenever teams got to travel from west to east, from east to west, that usually bodes well for the West Coast team. Give me the Rams and Matthew Stafford, because right now, Matthew Stafford is saying it looked like Jared Goff got the better of it. I mean, it looked like Jared Goff and Detroit got the better of this deal, because the last 2 times we played, they beat us. I think they get some get back there. I think it's going to be one of the games of the week. I see a lot of points being scored, but I see the Rams coming out with a victory.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with that one. I think the Rams will definitely win this game. Just there's so much there. I mean, unfortunately, the Lions have lost so many corners. They just lost Brian Branch. It's a really tough matchup to have Puka Nacua go against your third or fourth string cornerback. And then, we got probably, in my opinion, the game of the day, which is going to be Green Bay at Denver. Just a very much a styles clash where these two teams are actually, no, I would say it's more of a mirroring because these two teams kind of have the same problems and they have the same advantages. Their defenses are really good and their defenses can get to the quarterback. They have two quarterbacks here in Jordan Love and Bo Nix. They're both kind of facing the same issue. They can both be really good or they can both be really bad. And, when you look at the offense, it funnels through one wide receiver and a dominant running back. So tell me, I mean, they're looking at the man in the mirror. Where are the changes? Who's going to make the changes in this game to win it?
I go with Green Bay. I think that Jordan Love and company, they got something going, Josh Jacobs in that running game, and they got a solid enough passing game. I mean, Jordan Love is one of those guys to where, he's really, really good, pushing the ball down the field, taking care of the football. And you got an X factor in a guy like Michael Parsons. He's a closer. When you need a big play on defense, Michael Parsons there. Now, here's the thing about Denver. No one's talking about how Denver, not only is the best team in the division, they got one of the best records in the AFC. Bo Nix is finding a way to get it done. Him and Cortland Sutton and company, they find a way to go out there and get it done. Their defense can be stifling, though. That Broncos defense can be stifling, but I give the slight edge to Green Bay because I think Green Bay they're looking around their division saying, look, we gotta put some distance between us and Chicago, gotta put some distance between us and Detroit because they're probably gonna get 3 playoff teams coming out of that division. But Green Bay said if we're gonna have 3, we want to win that division. So people got to come to Green Bay, control their own destiny. So because of all those reasons, I'm gonna go with Green Bay, a slightly better advantage in looking in the mirror than Denver, even though Mile High is a different place to play with that altitude. But I'm gonna still go with Green Bay.
I was about to ask you, how was it playing at altitude? Like, do you guys go up there like a week before and just train the entire week at altitude? Like, how does that work? How did that work in your playing days?
Sometimes some teams do. What we did was we just flew out a lot earlier and we just kind of like went to the stadium and just like walked around, kind of did like a walkthrough, just getting you used to when you first get off the plane and you just deplane, you like walking to the airport, you like, dude, this is weird. Like, yeah, we trying to tell y'all, like, this is crazy. And that's back when they had Brandon Marshall and Jake Delhomme. And you talk about, they had some players. They had some players by the time we won our champ, Bailey. They had some guys. But, yeah, Denver is different. Like that competitive advantage for those players that have to, play in that, practice in that, it's different. But yeah, it's weird if you've never been there, because as soon as you got the players, like, dude, it's something. Like, yeah, man, they call it Mile High for a reason. But I think Green Bay can handle those elements. I think they're a team that can handle adversity. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a great game. I actually agree with you. I'm going to go with the Pack on this one. I think Denver, just kind of like Green Bay, gives up weird games. Like that Washington game kind of felt weird. Like, why are you giving 26 points up to Marcus Mariota? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like it should have happened. But Green Bay is also giving up losses to the Browns. So I guess it's really like looking in the mirror with these two teams. Finally, a Commissioner Cooper special. He wanted us to give the main events to our Monday night game, Miami and Pittsburgh, two teams looking to make a playoff run. Pittsburgh looking to win their division, Miami looking to be in the hunt. I guess that's what you would call it as far as where they're at right now. How do you figure these two teams are looking at a playoff spot, possibly fighting over the last one? Who do you got in this game, and how do you think it plays out?
4 weeks ago, I would have said Pittsburgh all day, but I'm looking at what Miami has done since they got rid of their GM. They haven't lost. So they got rid of their GM. And I'm not saying they're playing better. I'm just saying they playing more relaxed. They playing more loose. No Tyreek Hill, right? No Jalen Phillips. No Jalen Ramsey. No Jonnu Smith. No problem. The thing about Pittsburgh is this. I don't know what DK Metcalf gonna show up. Now, DK Metcalf last week, now you got that kind of DK Metcalf, yeah. But in a couple of games, Darnell Washington, all 311 pounds of him, was the leading receiver for the team. Pittsburgh they are consistent at being inconsistent. They are not dependable. And Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's 42 years old. A lot of times he be looking. I just think Tua and company, and listen, A-Chain, he's the running back that nobody talks about. This kid can flat out get it done. In the running game and the passing game, I think it's going to be a very, very intriguing game. But I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins because I think that Miami needs this to stay in playoff contention. I know Pittsburgh. It's going to come down to the defending with Pittsburgh, Baltimore. We'll see what Cincinnati does with Joe Burrow. But I'm going to go with America's team to pull off the upset against Pittsburgh. And it's kind of like a revenge game against a guy, like Jonnu Smith, against a guy like Jalen Ramsey going up against their old team. And the Jalen Ramsey plays safety now. So all that talk about I'm the number one corner, you don't even play corner. You play safety with no gloves on. Out there looking like the mannequin, looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers mannequin. Put some gloves on, man. You look old doing that stuff.
Only the best switch from corner to safety. Charles Woodson did that shit. And I'll tell you what, Jalen Ramsey, he's good, but he is not Charles Woodson. I don't know how I don't know how he's allowed to open field tackle. I still have visions of him missing a tackle against Deebo Samuel and just going at the TV going, ha ha. Because he would always talk so much shit the week of. The week of the game, Rams 49ers, he talks so much shit. But anyways, I actually disagree on this one. I think the Steelers are going to win this game. I think that, at this point, the Dolphins, they're getting really nicked up. Waller just got back. Achane is on the he's questionable. I'm sure he'll play, but he's questionable with a rib injury. He's been really pulling the load in this season. And, Tua, as always, has just made mistakes at the wrong time. I know they've been on a nice win streak, but who have they beaten? That's another problem. And, I think this is Pittsburgh's run to the AFC North Championship. So I'm going with the Steelers in this one. And us from the No Weddings at the Fall want to tell you, I hope you're not having a wedding right now because it's way too damn cold to be dragging your woman out there in white. She gonna be getting a little too frosty, and I ain't talking about the beer, everybody. But as always, we love you guys, and thank you for tuning in. Once again, just hit that like button, that subscribe button, and as you know, our little treat, our delicacy to you, it is time for Ben Troupe's Skadoop.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for Ben Troupe's Skadoop of the Week.
What up, my good people? I am Ben Troupe. I always appreciate you guys taking the time to, join myself and Justin. The commissioner couldn't be with us today on No Weddings in the Fall. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But I want to get something on my mind that's off my mind, and that's Notre Dame football. That's Notre Dame fans. That's Notre Dame faithful. The brand that is Notre Dame, it doesn't have the same luster. It doesn't have the same tradition. It doesn't have the same prestige. It doesn't have the same pool of electeds. You didn't make the college football playoff. So you took your ball and ran. Guess what? You are an independent. You and UConn. Y'all said that we want to be contractually obligated to be, in our conference, but we don't want to be held by the same standards. We don't want to go to a championship game. We want to just have our regular season for which we pick our opponents. If you don't like it, get with the same conference that you was in, follow the same rules, go to the championship game, and maybe you'll be in. Like I said earlier, Rudy, touchdown Jesus, Lou Holtz, who cares? You're not doing it. You didn't make it. Move on. Don't nobody care. Because guess what? If you were good enough, you would be there. But you're not. I am being true. There's no weddings in the fall. And like Justin said, if I catch you in a church, you see my hands? They're going to have powder on them and put the hand to the face. And I'm out of it.